So agree or disagree? We got this week is Bryce Young. Will Bryce Young lead the Panthers to the NFC South title? CJ,
Okay.
agree or disagree?
Um. All right. Let me see. I am going to. I'm going to disagree. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to disagree. It pains me too. I'm going to disagree slightly, but God, because I'm very
Come on now.
optimistic. No, I know I'm very optimistic. Okay, but you can't just look over the fact that he has no NFL experience. Okay,
Right.
um, hasn't taken a single snap. God, I hate to disagree with this because I really do. I really do. Now, I think that we'll make the playoffs, but I think in his rookie year, I think it more of a shot of us being a wild card team because you got to look at the Saints. All right, you got to look at Derek Carr. You have to look at that defense they have. All right, you got to look at the
Okay.
offense. He's got Kamara. And who else did they bring in? There was another running back they brought in. Wasn't in the wasn't Jamal Williams, was it?
I think it was. Yeah,
Okay.
Jamal Williams. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they brought in the tight end. I can't remember who it was, but they brought in a tight end as well.
Yeah. You get Michael Thomas back. Let me see, because he was hurt summer last year, right?
I mean, Mike Thomas
Not
been
the
hurt the last 2, 3 years, but okay.
well,
All right.
I was trying to make sure I didn't take no games played away from him there. So I ain't want to say he
Yeah.
missed the whole season. You got Olave coming that you got Olave coming off a good rookie campaign. Um like I said, I hate to do this, but right now I think the Saints are the team to be in the division. Okay. And I guess I'm saying I disagree right now that he's going to lead us to the NFC title. But I do think that there is a very, very, very good chance that that's going to change before the season's over. If I had to put it in terms and say right now, no. But
Okay.
I'm kind of I got everything off to the side. I'm holding pat because I do believe that's going to change. I got my optimism is stored on my right side here, and I hope to be able to pull it out during the season. But as of right
You
now, I
got
got to
some
disagree.
question. You got some question marks. You got some question marks. You got hanging to the side, huh?
And I'm not even going to say question marks. It's just it's stuff that I don't want to be like, yes, this is going to happen. I believe it's going to happen. I'm just waiting for it to happen. It's not really
Right.
question marks for me. I just want to see it come to fruition. I just want to see it out on the field, and I do think it's going to happen. But we haven't seen it yet, so that's why, as of right now, I'm going to slightly disagree. Not fully, but I'm slightly disagree.
All right. All right. Well,
Oh, and hold
I'm
on, hold
going
on, hold on
to.
before you go. Let me see
Okay.
QT0. He said, and yes for Bryce. All right. He said
I
roster
think he had
built.
one up above it too.
Yeah, I was hold
In
on.
year
Oh, that
three
was
of his
back for
contract.
Brian Burns. He said in year
Okay.
three of his contract, he worth 25 million, especially the way position is appreciated. Yep. But he said yes for Bryce. He said roster built, line in the contract for next 3 years. Yeah, and I agree. And I agree. And all that is the stuff that I got off to the side. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just I'm waiting for it to happen so I can get on here and change my and change my opinion here. Yeah.
All
And
right.
hold on,
Before I
let
get,
me see. Go ahead.
yeah, I'm gonna show Eric's. Before I go on
Mm-hmm.
mine, do you agree that the Panthers have a chance to come out looking amazing, but most likely we will need 1 or 2 more years to build a roster? Um, I believe the roster is built to win right now. I think this is one of the few times in the NFL where you see a rookie quarterback that went first overall come to a team that is built to win right now. A lot of times you see them, they come to a team where they ain't got no weapons. The offensive line sucks. The team sucked the year before. You
No
know,
defense.
Right. I mean, even though we finished 7-10, we didn't make the playoffs. We were still in a good position when we traded up to number one to get Bryce Young to bring him in and make him a plug and play quarterback. Because
Yeah.
if you ask anybody in Panther Nation, what we were probably sorely missing last year was a quarterback that can operate on a whole nother level on a consistent basis. And I think the way that this offensive line is structured, you know, Frank Wright coming in as an offensive minded head coach,
Hmm.
bringing in the weapons surrounding Bryce, that's going to be surrounding Bryce Young. I think he's in the win now position. I
Yeah.
don't think it's going to take, 2 or 3 years for Bryce Young to do his thing. I think he's very capable of doing it right now. So
Okay.
I agree that he will um, lead the Panthers to the NFC South title, and here's why. One, I believe he's better than any starting quarterback in the division. Well, some people will say Houseway. Well, let me tell you. Let me just break it down for you. When you look at Atlanta and Atlanta possible starting quarterback, I think Bryce Young is better than Desmond Ritter. I think he's better than anybody that Tampa Bay would bring in, whether
Baker.
it be Baker Mayfield or Kyle Trask. So I think he's better than
Oh
those
yeah.
two starting quarterbacks. And to be honest, even though Bryce hasn't done anything in the league yet, has not played a game, has not taken a snap, let's just I would only person I would put ahead of Bryce Young right now in that division is Derek Carr, for the simple fact that Bryce Young hasn't even taken a snap in the league right now, and and Derek Carr does have some type of resume, but I think I firmly believe by the end of the year, Bryce Young will have outplayed Derek Carr in our division as well. So that part of it, I believe by the end of the year, Bryce Young will be the best quarterback in our division. Number two, I think we have better all around weapons. How, Tony? I'm glad you asked. So when you look at it, and one of the things that people aren't really talking about, and I think he's going to surprise some people this year, you look at Miles Sanders, Boogie, right? Right? It's just lack of weapons. I don't that I can't agree with. I can't rock with you with that one, Eric. Because
Yeah.
I believe we do have enough weapons.
I'm
Um,
sorry. I was waiting for the right moment to throw that comment up there. When you said better all around weapons, I was like, well, this is it.
yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah. Hey, I mean, I appreciate the comment, but I don't agree with that. First of all, let's talk about the weapons. Let's start number one. Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders was the fifth leading rusher in the NFL last year. People don't talk about it. Talk about it. I don't even know if people even really realize it, but he was the fifth leading rusher in the NFL last year with the Super Bowl runner-up Philadelphia Eagles. Okay, Hayden Hurst, pass catching tight end, something that we have been saying that we have needed for ever since Greg Olson, right? So now we
Indeed.
got the pass catching tight end, someone that can stretch the middle of the field and cause some havoc, hopefully. So then when you look at the wide receiver position, people would be quick to say, we lost DJ Moore. We traded DJ Moore, yada, yada, yada. Yes, we did. But we also brought in Adam Thielen. Is Adam Thielen DJ Moore? No, he is not. But Adam Thielen is still a productive two-time Pro Bowler, former All Pro wide receiver in this league. We did a thing a couple weeks ago, and we did a comparison of DJ Moore when he first came into the league, and Adam Thielen, I think it was their first 4 or 5 years, and we compared the yards, catches, average, and touchdowns in that time span. And the most important stat to me was the touchdowns, which Adam Thielen had 45 touchdowns to DJ Moore. I think it was 21, right?
I think so.
So
Yeah.
when you look at production, that I mean that there's no production drop off when it comes to wide receivers, in my opinion, and I think people are going to see it and realize it once the season starts. Adam Thielen had 800 yards, almost 800 yards receiving, and 6 touchdowns last year as the number two behind Justin Jefferson. He still had more touchdowns last year than DJ Moore had as the primary weapon for the Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
I hey, don't shoot the messenger. These are just facts. These just numbers. I don't score the touchdowns, but I count them. All right. So
All
then when
right.
you look at Terrace Marshall, we know Terrace Marshall is going to be ascending. He's going to get better. Brought in DJ Chark. We don't know what you're going to get, but if we can get DJ Chark back to what 2018, 2019 when he made the Pro Bowl, I know it's a long shot, injuries
Yeah.
or whatnot, but hey, if we can do it, great. And then we drafted a wide receiver, Jonathan Mingo. Some people say AJ Brown 2.0. I can get with that, but he reminds me more of Musin Muhammad. Okay. Yeah, Hurst did just have surgery, but he's also healthy and also practicing. Okay. Depth caused injuries happen. Well, right now he's not injured. There are no injuries right now. Those guys are healthy. Yes, they did have surgery, Hayden Hurst and DJ Chark, but both of those guys are practicing right now. Both of those guys will be ready come training camp. So you have to count them in as far as being healthy right now because that's what it is. They're not on the injury reserve or they're not on the sideline. They are healthy right now. So that's how I factor that in. I just think that we have better all around weapons when you look at Atlanta, even Tampa Bay, and even New Orleans. Because with Tampa Bay, they don't have a proven bell cow or even a proven running back. Leonard Fournette is gone. They got Rashard White. This will be his second year from Arizona State. You don't know. They don't know what type of running game they're going to have with Rashard White in the backfield. And their wide receivers are aging. Mike Evans old as hell. Chris Godwin just came off an ACL injury last year. So I mean, they can use a wealth of young talent or infusion at quarterback. And then we're gonna see how it really affects them because they ain't got Tom Brady throwing in the ball. Okay, they got Baker, Patty Cake, Mayfield back there. So we'll see how that work out for them as well. And the Saints, okay, CJ brought up Mike Thomas. Well, hell, Mike Thomas ain't really played in almost 2 3 years. Okay, we did fine against the Saints last year when they had Chris Olave, even though he did go off against us, but he didn't score. He had a big yardage game, but he didn't score. So I don't think there's nobody offense in our division, talent wise, that is better than what we have. Some people would say Bijan Robinson is great running back. He's just a rookie. Miles Sanders, like I said, was fifth in the league last year in the NFL in rushing. So, and our division is weak. We have a very weak division. Everybody looked at the NFC South as the worst division in the NFL. So I think Bryce Young has the opportunity to come in and put his stamp on the division and help the Panthers do something that was almost done last year, and we had no consistency at quarterback. So now with Bryce Young at quarterback with better weapons than we had last year, and hopefully the defense plays better. I think there's an opportunity that he can um take Carolina to the promised land. And the playbook will be wide open to him. That's another thing. I don't think there's nothing about the playbook that will hinder him going forward into this season. I think he's very smart, high football IQ. He learns things quickly. He's a great processor. So I don't think Frank Wright or Thomas Brown gonna have to dumb down the playbook for him at all. So with that being said, I think it's wide open. I mean, it's hunting season. It's hunting season for the Panthers, and I'm looking forward to Bryce Young taking us to the promised land. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
All
What
right.
you think about that, CJ? How you
Hey,
like them apples?
well, I mean, you didn't have to say it like that. I mean, hey, you made a point. You didn't win $1 million.
Yeah,
Calm down, calm
yeah.
down, Trigger.
Well, it felt like it,
But
didn't it? Felt like it.
but yeah, no, I mean, now I agree with a lot of that, but like I said, I gotta disagree as of right now because a lot of what I'm pretty sure we're going to have is going to happen hasn't happened yet, and I'm just holding off to hopefully it does happen. But I do agree with a lot of what you said. Now, now mind you, yes, Mike Evans is getting up there in years. Chris Godwin has he's coming off an injury. But when you was saying that, I was like, well, we can't talk junk about Tampa Bay's receivers. But then you brought up, yes, they do not have Tom Brady throwing them the ball because you still had the same Mike Evans and Chris Godwin that had Crab Leg Winston throwing the ball to him too, and it really didn't pay dividends until Tom Brady got there. So I
Right.
will say, yeah, that makes some sense. And you know, Atlanta don't really know what we're gonna get with them. And but like I said, I've got to put the Saints as the front runner right now. But yeah, I'm yeah, I'll go back to what I said. I think some things are going to happen. I just want to see them happen first, and then I'm gonna jump back on here and be like, nope. I'm gonna have to agree.
Well, you guys let us know in the comments. Let us know. Do you agree or disagree of whether Bryce Young will lead the Panthers to the NFC title? Let us know in the comments. Let us know how you feel, and
Hmm.
so we can chop it up about that. We
And
don't
that's the
want to
NFC
just
title this year, right?
yeah this
In
year
his
NFC
rookie year.
title this
Okay.
year.